Hey everybody, what's going on? Gigs back with some Awaken Chaos Era. I wanted to share with you what up to this point has been the most impactful thing I've done in my account. I am somewhere around like day 18. Yeah, I'm not even 20 days in yet. So again, still very new, figuring everything out, learning all the champs, working my way through the content. And I know that there's a lot of you who are probably in a similar situation. I know a lot of people have switched over recently from Raid, and maybe you're just a new player that happens to have stumbled upon my video. I wanna walk you through my account a little bit and show you what I think so far has been the most impactful thing, the thing that has changed my account the most that I've done. We'll talk about a few of them, actually, over my progression. I've spent a little bit of money on some summons. I haven't spent a ton of money, maybe $100 by now or something. So it hasn't been crazy, but certain champs I have either summoned or fused that have made a huge impact. He, of course, is very popular. I think he's probably the best free option in the game that's reasonable to get right away. His missions are not too difficult. I think I probably had him by my 10th day in the game. He's great. He's not that hard to build, and he will bump you up quite a bit. But I would say the champ that I have invested in that I have felt the biggest difference in my account is this guy right here, Awaken. You can get him from the altar. If you go into altar and hero synthesis, he's right here. And he's not really that hard to get, right? I know that you can farm him from chapter 8. I think you start with her, and you've probably seen these champs, right? I've already fused them once, and I've got quite a few copies of all these champs, right? So they're not that hard to come by if you're playing the game. And Awaken I have felt his impact even at level 50. I think more than anything I've done so far. The reason is because he's got this trait where he shares his defense with the team. Now, once you get him to Ascend 2, which I'm going to do, I'm going to synthesize him at least 2 more times as quickly as I can, because I want to get this trait upgraded and double it. But even just this 10% of his defense that he shares is huge. It makes such a difference. I'll take you around and show you a little bit of what I'm talking about. In the guild battle, I am on the mission right now where I need to get to level 20. The best I had done was 13. Literally after 6-starring him and just putting him in the team, I'm up to level 16. So, which if you've done a little bit of Guild Boss, you know that every level gets a little bit harder to get. So I think a 3-level jump just from that is pretty significant, right? So now I need to work on my damage output a little bit more. But I'm thinking once I get that trait done once I get him ascended and we double his contribution with this trait, I feel like we're going to get even further up. So, and the reason it says I can ascend him right now is because I have one of these potions that I got from one of the missions, but I'm saving it. I'm one, because they seem rare and I want to be sure before I use it, but 2, because I can synthesize this dude over and over and ascend him that way. So I don't want to waste the potion on that. So be sure that that's a quick tip I guess I can give you. Be sure that you're not using these potions on any of these champs that you can come in here and make, right? Because those potions do seem pretty rare. So yeah, as far as building him goes, because of the way speed works in this game, everybody doesn't have to be super fast, which really allows you to stack defense up on this dude. So, I went with one accuracy set because he's got a couple of debuffs that I want him to be able to land, but I stacked defense sets, and then everywhere I could, we looked for defense as a main stat, right? That was the best I had for this right now, but just pile defense on him is really all you got to do. I'm sure later on there's more complex builds, and if you want to use him for different things, but I have felt his impact everywhere. I was able to push from, I was stuck in the campaign. I was stuck on 7-1, and just adding him to the team again at 50, I was able to push all the way through full auto. I'm not coming in here and manual this. And since I've 6-starred him, I don't think I've come in here and tried to do this, but I bet you we can probably do this pretty easily now. I have been able to push a little bit further in the bounties. I think I was hung up on 43 before, the Dark Nick stage, and I had to. I'm manualing some of these, but the point is having him on the team just increases your survivability so much that you're able to push a little bit further there. What else? Void Tower. I was hung up on like 60 something, and now we're up to 76. And I bet you if I come in and manual this, we'll probably be able to push a little bit further. Literally everything I'm doing, I'm able to do more of now. I have cleared and can auto farm stage 9. No, I'm sorry. Stage 9 of this, the Flame Lizard, pretty easily. I also attribute some of that to Hydri. Hydri's also pretty clutch in there, even at level 50. But like I said, he just makes everything easier because he takes all your squishies and shares his defense with them. So if you're in the altar and you're wondering like who you should be going for, I think MVP of this list. I don't know much about these legendaries yet, but I think as far as these 4 go, he's by far the one you should be paying most attention to. He has changed my account so drastically, and again, very easy to build. Basic defense sets, defense stats, and then a little bit of accuracy on him because if we look at his skills, he's got a taunt here that can come in very handy, especially in the bounty hunts and Void Tower when you need to like keep someone from doing something super significant, right? Like that Dark Nicholas when he's gonna do his ult, and he's got no health, so he's gonna do basically enough damage to wipe you. If you can land the taunt, you can stop that from happening. And then other times in Bounty Hunt, it's been pretty clutch. So on top of that, just real quick, on top of his trait, this is also huge. You can stack this up to 3 times. So what it does is it's a pretty decent hit, and he puts a max health up on all team members. That's just there, right? It doesn't expire after a turn or 2. It's just there, and it stacks up to 3 times as well. So he just really increases the survivability of your team. Someone actually posted in the Awaken Chaos Era Discord earlier. They were ranked 10 in Arena, and they were showing their Arena list, and it said, "Can you tell who's in the meta?" And Hackran was on every single team of the 5 options he could have attacked. So, fantastic champ, very easy to obtain. Very easy to build early on, and will certainly help your progression. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because I feel like that's a pretty helpful tip. If somehow you haven't heard about him yet, or you've been sleeping on him, get him. He's crazy good, man. So that's it. I figured I would share that. And then why don't we do some summons? I blew some gems on some shards because I thought it might be kind of fun to do some summons today. So real quick, let's see what we get. Pop a 10. All right, we're getting an animation. I don't know if it's going to be a Lego or not, but we're getting something. No Lego, but... Oh, he's new. I've actually heard he's pretty good, too. I think he's pretty helpful. And, Ooh! What a 10 pop, baby! Let's go! That's a 10 pop right there. I have heard about him. I feel like I've heard he's pretty useful for some things. And then, of course, I know about her. And I missed her because I started too late. So let's go. I am squared away on water damage dealers. I've got Hydri, Kira, and now Nathalia. So we are squared away. And I need more fire champs. So I'm going to go check this dude out after these summons. All right, we're getting another animation here. Let's see what we get. Just give me a Hackran so I can go ahead and get these ascensions started. Still no Lego, but that's okay. Another Lightwing Zac. I'll take an ascension on him. That's fine. Anything else? No? Okay. Not bad. Not bad, man. That first 10 pop was something serious. Let's get rid of these real quick. I want to look at this dude. See what we're working with here. Figure out why I heard about him. When an ally whose health is below 50 takes single target damage, their damage is reduced to 0 and this character receives 50% of the original damage. Okay. A1 attack down is pretty handy. A taunt on all enemies is nice. And then his ult is damage and defense up 3 turns. I want to check real quick. I want to see. So this says defense 2 up for 3 turns, and it has the skill up. I want to go look at him without the skill up and see what the skill description says, because I don't know if skill descriptions reflect the change in skill ups. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go check that in my actual champ box real quick. Where you at, fathead? Right here. So it is reflected. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Yeah, he's pretty solid. That AoE taunt. I feel like that's gonna be real handy for like the Void Tower and the Bounty Hunts, especially. S tier health too. Let's go. And then actually, as popular as she is, I haven't actually looked at her skills before. So let's see exactly what the fuss is about here. For every positive effect this character has, their abilities affect 1 extra enemy. If they have more than 4 positive effects, it affects all enemies. Okay. Okay. And then what is it ascended? And increases damage 10%. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that seems pretty substantial. Deals 50% damage to an enemy and grants random stats up for this character. Okay. Applies attack up and immune for 2 turns if this character is buffed by a positive effect at the start of their turn. Can only be triggered once per 5 rounds. Okay. And then 104% damage to an enemy. If an enemy is killed, the ability's cooldown is reset. That's pretty nice. Okay. So kind of that sort of like a Queen Eva type swag, or if you're real old school, a Teshar, however you want to say. Is it Teshar? Yeah, the Wind Phoenix. Anybody knows what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. That would be dope. All right. Yeah, pretty good summon session, man. We'll get our Lightwing Zachary ascended. We will get him up and start running him soon. But yeah, hopefully you got some out of this and the summons were enjoyable for you. We're going to keep pushing along, and as I figure out more stuff and maybe come up with something that I think is nice to share for some of the newer players, I will share it with you as I progress and learn things. So that's it, man. I appreciate y'all. Like the video, helps me out a lot. We're trying to get rolling over here on the Awaken Chaos scene, and subscribe if you're not, if you want to see more of what I'm doing, man. I appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch you later.